Hi, I'm Elyse Matheson and you're watching Season 2, Episode 3, Behind the Great Wall.
Bye. Smile.
Pew, pew, pew.
Yeah, yeah.
Pew.
Are you ready?
Yes, I do. I have video.
So, the good people of China are very conscious that they need to get rid of the snow. So they get rid of all the snow. Their method of doing it, however, it isn't very well. It's a new way of doing it. They got a hose and they pour water all over the snow, and they scoop it away, and then they walk away, and they keep doing it down the path, and leaving a trail of ice behind them. So they get rid of all the snow, but they leave people falling over because they've got ice behind them. We think, oh, it's great. Oh, look, all the snow's gone. Which is very good. But you know, they get rid of the snow, which is the main issue.
So today, we were invited to go to a wedding.
Action towards them.
Although we've been to Chinese weddings before, it's the first time that we've been to a wedding in China. If that makes any sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Chinese weddings aren't really that different to weddings that you get in the West. The bride wears a white dress. She throws a bouquet of flowers.
1、2、3。
And there's a lot of people giving speeches and well-wishing.
两对新人幸福美满。
However, there are a few things that might be a little bit different if you've never been to a Chinese wedding in China before. And the first thing is fireworks. Lots and lots of fireworks. Another thing that we found is there were a lot of bubbles.
你当着我们现场所有来宾的面，用你心底最诚挚的声音回答我们。
Bubbles? You wouldn't even think about, why would you have bubbles? There's the traditional giving of the money in red packets.
好，婶儿今天真漂亮啊！这个婶儿也准备了个红包来给我们的新郎官。好，谢谢婶儿，谢谢婶儿。
There's also complimentary cigarettes.
Cigarettes. Oh, today's going to be so much fun.
There are a lot of light changes. So 1 minute the light's blue.
然后我们爸爸呢也要回应一句。
And then the next minute it's like purple.
伴娘来，伴娘。
And then it's like green.
姐，你是否愿意？
There's a lot of colourful lights. And of course more fireworks. And more bubbles.
祝愿他们百年好合，幸福永远。
You also have the traditional throwing paper aeroplanes.
面向现场抛洒我们的幸运礼物，来有请。
The traditional game of eating an apple as quickly as you can. if you eat that apple the quickest, then they give you like this tub of beer, which you have to then proceed to drink very quickly.
那里谁都没有，噔噔噔噔，啤酒，1、2、3。
There's the traditional filling up a stack of wine glasses with a bottle of wine, and of course a lot more bubbles.
好，现场的各位来宾，也让我们拿出我们热丝的。
And of course, like all weddings, dancing into the early hours of the morning. There isn't any dancing. That would be crazy. And of course there's the food. There's about 10 courses and they just keep on coming with more and more food until they bring the final dish, which turns out to be sea cucumber. Sea cucumber. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen sea cucumber before, but it looks a little bit like this before it's been cooked. And it looks a little bit like this once it has been cooked.
We had it not like this though, we had it in a dish where it was cooked in the sauce with like fish. So I said like...
So, no difference, right? No one's gonna put that in their mouth. So the wedding started at 10 o'clock in the morning and was finished by 12 o'clock. Not 12 o'clock in the evening, 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So 2 hours. 2 hours! So all in all, a great day. Probably one of the best weddings I've ever been to. And I wish the couple all the happiness in the world, whomever they may be. Still don't know their names. It's really bad. How do you feel about staring?
You get kind of used to it after a while. You feel like you're special, but more of like as if you are glowing blue, because, like you're going Super Saiyan.
I don't think it's like in a horrible way.
No,
like, and they're not looking at you like.
But they never really. Some
They
of them
don't say
smile.
anything. No,
they don't
some
say anything. So like the old lady, I smiled back at her because she smiled at me. That's fine.
Someone stops and looks because we are beautiful.
But they don't smile, no nothing. They just staring. Those make me feel like, okay, what have I done? Like
But-
it's weird.
Because you look at them and they don't turn away.
You will understand each other.
Still
To
stare
be
right in your
fair,
eyes.
we've been here for 3 days. Other than some like friends of Laura's that she's met in town, we've seen one of the white person and 2 of the black people. So even I was like, look, black people, black people.
So it's summer now in China, and a good place to go is the park. So what can you do in a Chinese park? If you want to practice some karaoke skills, you can come and sing a song. Maybe we don't want to have to listen, but or have a dance. And if you want to, you're free to join in. Many of the parks have lakes and rivers, but unfortunately they're quite polluted, so you're not allowed to swim or fish.
And then going in.
Swimming is not allowed.
I got mushrooms.
Fishing, also not allowed. You can play snooker or pool. Roller coasters! If you dare. It's made in China. You can also take a ride on a boat. Or you can have your own little paddle boat, which you can rent out.
Do you think I can go left?
No, just turn around.
This would be an extra 10 minutes.
A lot of Chinese like to play games. Mahjong, Chinese chess. And there's this game that they kick this, it's kind of like a beanbag / shuttlecock. I'm not quite sure what it is. Back home, you take your dog out for a walk. But in China, you might see a rabbit on a leash. Rabbit on a leash. I'm not doing that. You could have your wedding pictures taken. Or, as has been featured earlier, you can go to the park to do some exercising. Check these guys out. Can you believe that guy is 61? I can't even do that. I know what you're thinking. He can stretch. There's even a Flintstone style free weights. In China, you can go to the park and slap a tree. Slap a tree. What did that tree ever do to you?
Turning red for me, and drops keep falling on my head, falling.
Head.
Is that the end? Hi, and thanks for watching Season 2, Episode 3 of Behind the Great Wall. If you want to watch next week's episode, it'll be up here. And if for some strange reason you didn't watch last week's episode, it should be down here somewhere. And if there's anything in particular you'd like to see in China, please leave a comment below. And as always, remember to please like, rate and subscribe.